What's good, everybody? This your boy Mike coming to you with another awesome episode of Reality Warpers. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining me here today. And today we're going to continue our series of the chakras. We're almost done. We have 3 more chakras. This is one of the 3. And before we get started, I would like everyone to please help me out and like, share, and subscribe the videos that I put out, because we all know how YouTube algorithm is and all of that. I want to reach as many people as I can, and I want everyone to see the videos. So you gotta like and share them in order for the videos to flow out. All right, so before we start, hit that like and subscribe button for me, okay? All right, today we're gonna talk about the 5th chakra, which is the throat. All right, now the throat chakra is extremely important for humans because it's how we communicate with each other. All right, so let me get deep into it. And as you guessed it, the color is blue. All right, and a lot of different pictures and stuff like that is more of a lighter blue, but for the most part it's blue for the colors that help heal those chakras. You can wear these colors and it helps in the progress of healing that chakra. All right, this chakra is located in the base of the throat. The throat chakra is responsible for your expression, your communication, your purpose, and your integrity, creativity, acceptance, honesty, and authenticity. These are some questions you may ask yourself to understand if your throat chakra is open or blocked. Do I express myself clearly and honestly? Is it safe for me to express myself? Do I speak honestly, or do I hear others out? Am I sharing my messages, skills, and talents? Do I act and speak with sincere morality? Do I have an outlet to express myself? Am I inspired, and do I act upon my inspirations? Do I allow myself to feel my feelings? Am I open to different points of view? Am I honest with myself? Can I be more truthful with others? Do I express my needs and desires? Am I genuine? Do I respect others when they are authentically expressing themselves? Signs that this chakra is blocked are a lack of control over one's speech, a poor listener, expressive fear of speaking. You're afraid to talk to strangers or a group of people. Small, impersonative voice. So your voice is weak. You don't have any strength in your voice. Okay. Difficulty communicating your feelings. Excessive secretiveness. You don't want nobody to know nothing about your life, at all, or things that you're going through. You don't know how to express yourself properly to anyone, whether that's a friend, a family member, a spouse, therapist. You don't know how to really express yourself. Or shyness, lack of connection with purpose in life. Okay? you get headaches on a more consistent basis, pain or tension in the jaw area or neck, chronic soreness in the throat, dental issues, excessive lying, like an impulsive liar. Excessive talking is also all signs of blockages. So just go through that list again, look over that. And I was giving you different signs of what may be like, hints or clues that you have a blocked throat chakra. Okay. To rebalance the throat chakra, include the color blue in your life. Meditation. Okay. Every chakra have a mudra and a mantra. Okay. The mudra is your thumb, your fingers interlocked and your thumbs connecting. Okay. It's going to be placed at your stomach, and the mantra is HAM. HAM. Okay, so in your meditation, intentional meditation, if that's the chakra you are intentionally trying to heal, those are the mudras and the mantras for that meditation. All right. Frequencies that is specific to the throat is another way to help heal that chakra. Certain crystals, sound baths, yoga, Reiki healing, writing in a journal or diary, and certain breathing techniques. Okay, there's different ways to actually breathe. Okay, so a long time ago I said I will never tell you there's a specific way to meditate. This is why, like, there are so many different ways to meditate. I'm basically giving you 7 different intentional ways to meditate, and that's just focusing on the chakras. So imagine other, things that you need to empower in your life. There's different meditations to empower those specific things. There's a meditation just to like help rewire your mind for certain things, whatever. So there's no one specific way to meditate. Okay, so just putting that out there. Just do your research on that. One of the breathing techniques is called lion's breath. Okay, so as you hear these different things, go and do your research on the things that you hear. If I mention a certain book, go and research the book. If I say like a certain, like I said, breathing technique, and I said the breathing technique is called lion's breath, okay, go and research what lion's breath is. Okay, and that's just so video won't be extremely long. Whatever, just go and do certain research on different things that you hear, and do that with every video that you hear, and you hear a person say, I got that, I was reading this book and it said this and it gave me this idea. Okay, go and see what that book was and see if it gives you ideas on what you are trying to do, in life. All right. Different techniques and also things to help rebalance it with foods are blueberries, blackberries, coconut water, herbal teas, raw honey, pears, plums, apples, and lemons. All right. Now, the throat chakra is extremely important, and I was naming a lot of different ways where you can sense that your throat chakra is blocked, because those are all social instances where if your throat chakra is too blocked, you may feel like a certain kind of social anxiety, social weirdness. It's kind of hard for you to talk to new people, communicate with new people. It's hard to express yourself. Like, you don't know how to, express how you are feeling at the time. You don't know how to actively assert yourself in life when you need to, put your foot down on certain things, or, ask certain questions to help you in your growth. You're just afraid a lot. And those are, some of the things as humans that we do that prevents us from growing in the physical. Okay? So it's not more like it's like, with you connecting with people. There was a part in the Bible, or a story in the Bible, where there were people that was building a tower. Okay, and they was building this tower to try to get to heaven. Okay, and I don't know the names and stuff of the people and all of that kind of stuff, but the overall gist of the story was they was building a tower. It was a group of people that was building a tower in order to get to heaven. Okay, and to prevent them from doing that, God struck the tower, and once they got to a certain point, God struck the tower and they scattered. It was like when he struck the tower, they all had a change of tongue. They wasn't able to communicate with each other. Like, this group of people spoke in a certain way. This group of people spoke in a certain way. We spoke in a certain way. And none of us could understand what we were saying. So we couldn't teamwork and continue building the tower. So because of that, we decided to go our separate ways. We disconnected from each other and we decided to go our separate ways. There's a oneness that you get once you are able to properly communicate yourself and express yourself to people. Okay? I don't know how many of you have ever been to more of a business type party, but when you go to a more business type party, it's not like the, go in and dance and, party and drink, and all that. Yeah, they drink, they enjoy themselves, they have fun, but what they're doing is going around speaking to each other. They're going around networking. They're going around getting information, trading information with each other. They're seeing what this person does. Can it benefit me in some kind of way? Or what I'm doing, can I benefit that person in some kind of way? If you realize, and even like when you go to college, putting out a little secret out there, college isn't really for, let's see who can get the best grades. College is for networking. That's why fraternities and sororities are so important and looked heavily upon within the schooling. It's networking. Okay? How many times have you heard it's not what you know, it's who you know? Okay? So they get in these different sororities and fraternities for networking. When you graduate and you get your degree and all that, nobody cares what your GPA was. Okay? Like, certain jobs, depending on where it is, yeah, they might look at, okay, who had the highest GPA? Cool, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you know someone, or your dad or your cousin or your mom or something know the CEO of that company, more than likely you're going to get that no matter how low or high your GPA was. Okay, so, or especially if you was a brother in his fraternity or a sister in her sorority, it really doesn't matter at that time what your GPA was. Okay, so they go to these events and they go to school and all of that kind of stuff for networking purposes. And there's a certain level of power you get once you come together as people and think on one accord. Okay, where 2 or 3 touch and agree, God is in the midst. Okay, so if you have good intentions, if you have, if everyone is on the right, on the same page, if everyone is communicating with each other properly, it's like they grow in a much faster pace than if you was just alone doing your own thing. Okay. So it's like, it's not, I'm not saying, well, you shouldn't try to do it alone. Listen, if you're in a situation where you have to do certain things alone, okay, that's your test. That's what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do alone. Experience what you're supposed to experience alone, so you can soak in that information, soak in that wisdom and knowledge, so you can be able to pass that down to someone else who's eventually going to be in need, and they're going to come across your path. But don't knock working with others, communicating with others. One of the worst things that's like been told is that you shouldn't talk to a therapist. You shouldn't talk to a spiritual, healer, or a spiritual, mentor, or whatever, that kind of thing. Is like society make it to where doing things on your own is popular, is the big thing. I did this by myself, I ain't need no help, that kind of thing. And at the end of the day, all of that's doing is putting more trauma onto your life. A lot of it unnecessary, but necessary for your growth, your understanding. And at the end of the day, once you get down to a certain point in your life, you can look back and say, there was so many times where I didn't need to do that, or I had other opportunities to get out of the situation that I was in. But me personally, I chose the hard path by not accepting help, by not listening to others' advice, by not expressing how I felt in this situation. This happened. Poor communication, which is why I can't hold relationships, why I can't keep a job, why I can't do this, why I can't do that, kind of thing, poor listening skills, just different things that is a part of connecting with each other as spirits. Again, we are spirits in human bodies. Okay. Our speech is on a certain vibration. That's why there's power and death, life and death in the power of the tongue. Okay. Your voice, your speech, your tongue is on a certain vibration. Okay. By passing that vibration over to another spirit, y'all connect in a certain way. Okay. So either you're going to lower that spirit's vibration by speaking to it, or you're going to raise that spirit's vibration by speaking to it. It depends on what you are saying to it, what information you are giving to it. And that's vice versa for you as well. What you are listening to on a continuous basis, what you are inputting, in your subconscious, what you listen to. I said on one video, falling asleep with the TV on is one of the worst things you can do. That's because you are continuously taking in information, whether you are consciously taking in that information or not, that doesn't matter. Your subconscious is forever going, forever moving. It never stops. Everything that you are around, your subconscious scans that. So whether you consciously catches what's going on or not, your subconscious catches it. So that's why subliminal messages and stuff like that in movies and TV shows and in music, it plays a huge part. And the thing about subliminal messages is they're small. They're in the background. How many times have you looked at a movie or something, and after you done watched it so many times, you look at it and you're like, I ain't even noticed that in the last time I watched it. I done watched this movie 4 times. I've never noticed that. How many times have that happened to you? So just think about how many subliminal messages are in movies and TV shows that you have missed consciously, but subconsciously you have caught. And it affects your actions in certain ways. Okay? And it gets so deep on how those actions, what those, words and subliminal messages is doing to you, whatever. But in order to get that deeper information, you'll have to check me out in my descriptions below. We talk about that in the Wiser Reality organization that I am a part of. I mentioned that a few times. So check out the descriptions below. We have a group of mentors that teach on a lot deeper level when it comes down to spirituality. Right now on this channel, I just give out the basics. Sometimes it might sound deep to you, you might have to, look at it a little bit more, but believe me, the deeper you get in spirituality, you'll look back and be like, that was kind of basic, but kind of not, that kind of thing. So check me out. I get a lot deeper on Sundays and Wednesdays. Those are the days that we are having right now, where we are open to the public on Sundays, and we are only open to inner circle members on Wednesdays. All right, so check me out in the descriptions below, and my email is below. Email me and I'll get back with you on that. All right, but back to the throat chakra. It's extremely important when it comes down to us as humans here in the physical. It's more of a spiritual chakra. Like I said, some of your chakras is more focused towards physical life. Some chakras are focused more towards your mental part of life, and there are some chakras that are focused more towards your spiritual part of life. But there's no more of an importance in one than another. All of them are just as important. They're all a team. They all work in some sort of way. And if one is weak, it weakens the others in some kind of way. So they all must be balanced. And if something is going on in your life, look at what part of life that chakra is connected to. Okay, so I'm mentioning different things that let you know this chakra is blocked. If that sounds like it resonates with you, like, that's something that's going on in my life. Okay, that's a sign that this is one of the chakras that you need to intentionally heal and meditate on. Okay, and getting this information, transferring information, by you taking this information in and using it, this is how we help each other grow as far as, spirits. Okay, so that's what I have on the throat chakra, and I appreciate y'all for joining me. Y'all catch me next time on the next video. Man, that one is gonna be super duper deep. All right, we're gonna be talking about the third eye. All right, deuces.